Red Sonja is an action-adventure movie directed by M.J. Bassett. I'm familiar with this director. She also worked on some Strike Back and some other television shows, as well as a movie called Solomon Kane, which is also based off a Robert E. Howard character. And I really enjoyed Solomon Kane. It's a really underrated dark fantasy. So I've dabbled around the Red Sonja comics. I've read a couple of compendiums. She Devil with a Sword, she's a really good character. Also read Gail Simone's arc with her too, the Queen of Plagues. That was a pretty good run. So wanted to check out the movie. Now I know the movie didn't have good ratings and stuff. It came out last year, never released in Canada. Heard awful things, heard it looked cheap, budget bad, not a good movie. Still want to check it out though, and I gotta say, the movie wouldn't be considered good, to be honest, but it's not awful, to be honest. I think the biggest flaw of this movie is that the main actress, she's got the physicality down. She's got the, the grit and the sort of stature, but she doesn't have the charisma, and the character is really light in terms of development. They added this sort of weird connection to the animals thing that I didn't really like. So she's kind of like an animal activist sort of character in this, and her outfit is also not the one from the comics. It's kind of like half-assing it, and then they give her armor at the end and just sort of take away the sort of uniqueness of Red Sonja. She's supposed to be like this beautiful, deadly, she looks soft and cuddly, but then she's like super, a killing machine. And the movie tries to do its best with it. I mean, she does a lot of grappling and a lot of physical work, defeating knights and stuff like that. But the movie does, you can tell that they cut away a lot. She'll be fighting 5 of them, and then she'll cut into some of them, and then they'll cut away and they'll cut back, and they're all on the ground, kind of stuff going on. So Matilda Lutz, she's not the strongest actress either. She's a little bit stiff. So it makes the movie kind of down a little bit because everyone else in the movie is out acting her, and it's kind of awkward. Robert Sheehan plays Dragon. He is a despot who uses magic and science because he had like a special book, half of a book or something that he took from he was a slave, that he read the book, and then it gave him knowledge, powers to sort of take over. So he's got like a huge army and stuff, and he's got his bride, Annisia. She's got like mental health issues or something, and he's trying to get the other half of the book, and he's got a really tragic backstory, and he's not too over the top. It's a really tempered performance, and Robert Sheehan is literally acting his ass off in this movie. He does, even though the movie's really cheap, he's still giving it like an A+ performance, so he kind of steals the show as the villain. And the actress who plays Annisia is okay too. She's been in some TV work, and there's some other smaller players in there, like Michael Bisping as one of the Damnati. They're a group of gladiators that fight to the death. And there's also Rona Mitra in there. She's Hawk's wife, Petra. So there's some people in there, but overall, Red Sonja is the least interesting part of the movie. In terms of budget, yeah, the movie does look cheap in certain areas. The CGI is really bad for some of the creatures and the Cyclops, and the opening set looks really cheap too. Which is a shame, because this movie only had a budget of $17 million, so it definitely gives off that sort of early 2000s cheap television show vibe, like not Xena, but something less than Xena. So overall, the movie, even if you swapped out Matilda Lutz with a stronger actress or a more known actress, I don't think it would have improved the movie. The budget also needed a little bit more too. So overall, it feels like, an extra long episode of one of those cheesy fantasy shows. It's not egregious in any way. It's not like awful, but it's not good either. It's sort of slapdash in the middle. So I give Red Sonja a 4 out of 10.